Hey, Avi, thanks for joining me over there.
Dean, thanks so much for having me, my man. Hope you're having a great day. Stoked to be on your show.
Thanks. Yeah, day's going well over here. Have you been having a pretty busy week?
It's been busy for sure, helping a lot of home buyers and sellers in Santa Barbara crank through, problem solve, and I'm just feeling blessed to get to live and work in such a great town. So no complaints.
That's awesome, man. Well, hey, everyone, thanks for coming back to my second segment of my coffee chat series. Today, we have Avi Becker on the show. Avi is a young realtor here in Santa Barbara. He finished up at UCSB in 2018. And I connected with Avi on LinkedIn probably around this time last year. And I noticed he was posting a lot of creative content and a lot of very valuable content for people in the real estate industry. And, I saw that he was really starting to take off as a young realtor. And about a couple weeks ago, I noticed that he started posting about some pretty big goals, which we'll get into on the show. So I wanted to pick Avi's brain a little bit, see where this fire's coming from, what inspires him, and what motivates him to get things done. So thanks for joining us again, Avi.
Thanks so much for having me. I'm excited to chat and hopefully deliver some value to everyone watching.
Awesome. So, my background's in tech sales, bit different than real estate. But the basis of being in a sales role, you really need to know why you want to succeed. You need to know where you want to go. You have to come up with a plan to get there, but you really have to have a good reason to push yourself and motivate yourself to get the work done. So a couple weeks ago, I saw that you put up what I believe to be a pretty astronomical goal of reaching $30 million in sales for the year of 2021. That's correct, right?
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, to me, that's a massive goal. You may believe otherwise. So I want to hear it from you. But what's motivating you to go hit that number?
Yeah, well, I always believed in goal setting, from even when I was like a young kid playing like sports, you and your team, you come together, you come up with goals before you start the season to kind of give you like a roadmap for how that season or that year or that time period could go. So when I got into real estate, my first year, I wanted to, stretch myself, push it for a big goal. And my goal was in real estate, my first year, which was 2019, was to do 10 million in sales. I did $500,000 in sales. I sold one house my first year, and I was working every day, open houses. But I started to gain some momentum, and then I was just, after a year that on paper maybe was a kind of like a failure, I was just starting to build a lot of confidence. So I doubled my goal for 2020, and I wanted it to be okay. The year was 2020. I wanted to do 20 million in sales. And even with the pandemic and everything that happened, I ended up finishing out the year at $22.5 million in closed real estate sales. So I just wanted this year to push myself again. I always think, if you stretch larger than might seem conceivable at the time, you'll be surprised with how far you go. And I like to keep it right here on my wall. So I look at it every day as I get into the office, and I'm reminding, it's a scary number for sure. Sometimes I'm wondering how am I going to be able to execute it, but at least last year I had those same feelings and I was able to get it done. So the goal for me is something just to keep me pushing me outside my comfort zone and give me kind of a roadmap on what I want to do at the, when I'm wrapping up and looking back on how this year went. That's kind of the number that I can just kind of ingrain in my mind, and we'll see if it happens, but giving it a shot.
That's awesome, man. Well, you really have to shoot for the moon and land on the stars sometimes. And I caught something when you were talking just now. You mentioned that once you started to pick up momentum, things really started to fall into place. So for me as a sales professional, I sometimes see, once I say I get someone to sit on a demonstration or I make something go through, the best time to get the next deal going is right then. You can kind of catch on that momentum and really propel things forward. Is that something that resonates well with you?
For sure. Like sales is it's an inside job. The feelings that you're feeling on the inside and how you're feeling in terms of your confidence and your motivation and just your overall, feelings about how you feel about yourself really reflect onto how you're going to engage with your clients, your customers, and those who you're trying to basically help solve problems. So for me, it was a lot of failures at the beginning. But when I started to see some success, I really doubled down on investing in myself, by doing coaching, reading a lot of sales books, and just starting to gain that self-confidence. Even though I closed out the year, with a small number of closed transactions, I had a lot of business in the pipeline. And, in tech sales, there's some deals that probably take a good while depending on what you're selling to. And in real estate, if I meet someone who's just starting the search, they might not end up buying a house in 6 months until a year, sometimes 2 years. So it's a momentum game, and just making sure that, I'm always trying to execute at the best inside so I can serve the people around me at my highest level. So that was really the game changer, I think, was just investing in myself and using that momentum to carry me and not giving up, basically.
That's amazing, man. Thanks for sharing. And something I also wanted to highlight today, I saw one of your other big goals is to become a homeowner, I believe by the end of 2021, which is huge. And I'm
Yeah.
really proud of you for that. Can you tell us a little bit about where you are in the headspace of, making sales in real estate to become a homeowner yourself?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, being a realtor, helping people day in and day out sell a home or buy their home, and being a younger guy, I work with a lot of first-time home buyers. So, I really want this year as well to be the year that I get to get the keys to a property, because it's so fun and so rewarding to hand over the keys to someone, someone similar in age to us who've been renting their whole life since college and get to really own their own place. So my goal is to be in escrow, which is like kind of like in the buying process by my birthday, which is like September 6th. So what I'm doing, I think the sales goal helps me motivate to make sure I'm, bringing in cash flow, and I'm saving the vast majority of that so I can, have the down payment and be ready to qualify. And, life happens. And I think that's the important thing about a goal is if you fail or if it gets even delayed past your ideal date to complete the goal, it's okay. You just got to still like stay positive and not get too down on yourself. But the goal is a great way to, just try to stretch yourself, see what you can get done in a given amount of time. And that's the house goal for me is that it's that kind of like, I really want to get it done. I think I have a great shot, but if it doesn't happen in the timing I have, I'm going to stick with it because I want to be a homeowner in Santa Barbara, like all my clients who I've helped.
That's amazing, man. Well, I'm really happy for you in that space. And something I also wanted to touch on, I know in tech sales, using LinkedIn to really identify as a thought leader for your prospects in their respective industries is huge. And that's something that I saw you doing exceptionally well. And I'm sure, you've been able to pick up quite a few clients from LinkedIn based on the valuable content that you post. Can you explain a little bit of how things have taken off since you've become this, I guess, thought leader or trust advisor in the real estate game?
Yeah. So for me, a lot of my business comes with social media. I like to create really fun dynamic videos, both about the properties that we're selling and also about our favorite places in Santa Barbara, and also kind of real estate specific videos, whether it's market updates, how to house hack. So for me, LinkedIn has been a really cool tool where I connect with some people on Instagram and Facebook, a lot of the people I've met in person, and it's a great way to stay in touch. But on LinkedIn, I connect with people that sometimes I've never even met, that are connections of other connections, or seeing my content through kind of the spider web as you've seen your content blow up. LinkedIn really pushes out, and if you make a good piece of content that people are engaging on, you'll never know who you'll reach. And people are here to learn and to do business. So when I make a real estate video, I think people, are they're here a lot of times, they want to learn about investing, they want to learn about credit scores. So those are the videos that perform best for me on LinkedIn. And it's been a great way for me to connect with new people that I haven't really met before on other places. And also some people, they don't like Instagram and, and Facebook. They just really want to be on LinkedIn. And those are great people for me to connect with and chat with as well.
That's awesome, man. And I really think that LinkedIn is something that sales professionals cannot sleep on.
Yeah.
Everyone's on it. But something that I'm even learning myself is that have to be creating content, have to be
Mhm.
providing value to the people that you're prospecting or clients you're working with. And it really helps out in that respect. So Avi, I really want to thank you for coming on today and letting me pick your brain a little bit. Is there anything you wanted to leave the crowd with?
For sure. I think anyone that's watching your content who's interested in sales or is in sales, my takeaway to everyone that wants to get into sales, it's really, it's a sky's the limit business. And the best way to invest into your business is investing in yourself. So, if you want to take your business to the next level, rather than paying for a bunch of more leads or a bunch more exterior gadgets and gizmos, put that time, put that money, put that energy into yourself, become the best version of yourself, and you're going to be able to see your sales goals, your productivity, skyrocket.
Well said. Well, thanks again, Avi. And everyone out there watching, I encourage you to connect with Avi. Check out some of his content. You'll really see quickly why I was inspired to reach out with him. And thanks for watching today. Look out for some more videos next week. Really excited for some of the conversations coming up. The next one will be with Justin Richard, who is on the Forbes Council and also the co-founder of Loyal Pandas. So really excited to get into more conversations with people like Avi and people like Justin and other people who really want success. So hope you guys are all having a great Wednesday. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Dean.
Thank you.